Hello, hello, hello. It is once again your boys giving you that flavor in your ear, the DM podcast. Today is a joyous day for us because our beloved Raptors decided to tie the series. Last week, I don't think we were sounding so good. Down 2-0. Now it's 2-2. And now the Raptors in six. It continues going. The flow keeps going. The energy keeps going. We were hyped. It was not the greatest, prettiest game on the block, but it was a good game. We're gonna talk about other NBA stuff. A bunch of injuries have happened, and it's kind of sucky to see. We're gonna see as we do this pod, the Lakers and Houston Rockets are facing each other. I'm actually kind of a little bit rooting for the Houston Rockets because, like, I hate seeing sweeps. I'd rather just see some competitive basketball.
Sure.
Let's see. Before I continue, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. How's my boy Wise doing today?
You already know every day above ground.
As long as we're above ground, we are good. Let's start off with the Raptors. You know, I'm not too sure how long this pod will be, but it doesn't really matter because the Raptors won. Our beloved Raptors had won. I can say this: Scottie Barnes has been outperforming Evan Mobley.
And Brendan Ingram.
Should we start with okay? Should we start with the negative of Brandon Ingram?
We shouldn't start. We won the game.
We won the game. You're correct. Okay. The big honestly, Yak, thank goodness we have CMB. Yak is playing for his minutes. He's doing his thing, whatever. He's playing 20 minutes. That's fine. We need Yak to start because we still need a big body against Allen. The Cavs didn't close with Allen either. So if they're not gonna close with Allen, then not having Pirtle is fine. You almost win that battle. Honestly, you almost
Definitely
win
win that battle.
because Mobley and Scottie are almost the same height, and CMB can handle the boards just as anyone else. So I just want to say big shout out to Colin Murray Bowles.
CMB. Yo, he's been playing his ass the last two games still at home. I can't lie. So, you know,
There's a thing that I heard, and I don't know how true it is. I really need to like research it, but they're saying that CMB has the most points ever for a rookie coming off the bench, I think they said.
okay, that kind of makes sense. I want to say that kind of makes sense.
I,
Right?
but that you're telling me ever? Like, but I'm thinking, okay, probably never really been a rookie. What rookie has really had to score, is asked to score as much as he
Off the bench. Yeah, off the bench.
yeah, so I think that's possible. It's definitely possible, but he's getting the rebounds. He's been a menace on the rebounds. Just even if it's not getting it, like tipping out to somebody else, it's been good. Game three, it was Jameson battle. Me and you have been yelling through the rooftops. A man shoots 40%.
Mm-hmm.
You put him on the court,
Mm-hmm.
you have as a defense, you need to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They left him open. He was 4 of 4.
Left. Yep. Yep.
This game, they were like, this guy, we can't let this guy go off because they're at home. He scores, the crowd's gonna go nuts. So we gotta stay on him. That's the whole purpose of Jameson Battle. The whole
Mm-hmm.
purpose is to make the man, he's to make everyone just be honest on the court and be like, fuck, man, we gotta guard this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what took Darko so long. Stubbornness or
Work
something.
his rotations,
Right? Manuel quickly is not coming. They said it. Manuel quickly is not coming for the
Yeah.
rest of the season. Like, yeah, for the rest of this series, he won't be coming. So have to move on. And I like your starting unit. I always say you put another defensive player on the court with Scottie. It's easier for Scottie to play defense, and it's
Yes.
just easier overall.
Yes.
When Jacoby's playing is on the court, he's a good defender. It
Yeah.
helps.
It definitely helps with Jacoby.
Because then Scotty doesn't have to be the fucking all over the place defender. He just needs an additional guy who plays solid defense. What else are you seeing from this series?
I see more energy from the team. You know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot more hustle. Big steal by Jamal Sheed today. You know what I mean? Even though I think it was a foul, right? But hey, it's playoff basketball. They're gonna let a lot of things go. You know what I mean?
Thank
That's
goodness you let
great.
that go. Thank goodness.
You know what I mean? Donovan Mitchell, though, not fourth, was a little microwave. He has the most fourth quarter points, I believe, this season, right? So he was in a bunch of threes, and Raptors playing some sound, solid defense, switching over, trying to close out on the three, but Mitchell's just so talented. They stopped that wind up a couple of times. You know that Euro wind up a couple of times.
Yeah.
Credit to that, right? But give credit to Darko, you know what I mean, for the actually having the right rotations, right? And they're dissing our boy Ingram. Sam Merrill was guarding him on a couple of plays. You see what I'm saying? And Ingram kind of had the ball on the block, and you should punish that guys like that, right? Undersized, not a great defender, right? So Tyson wasn't doing his thing today like he normally does for the Cavs. So, but you got to credit Toronto's defense and energy and credit the crowd. The crowd, Jurassic Park, like we're all in. You see what I'm saying? And no one would have thought the series would be tied up 2-2 after the first two losses, but we did. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to game five still. You know what I mean?
Me too. The one thing you said about fourth quarter, Donovan Mitchell is leading, was leading the league in fourth quarter points, like you had said. Do you know who's leading the playoffs in fourth quarter scoring?
Ooh,
RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett for real, huh?
RJ fucking Barrett.
This is a guy that Raptor fans want to trade, get cheesed.
Come on, man. He's been like him and Scottie have been incredibly consistent this whole playoffs. Yes, it's been 4 games, but those two in C and B have been the three best players for the Raptors, right? And when it comes down to it, always you just need to make sure you guys have playoff players. Respectfully, and we mean this with all due respect. DeMar DeRozan, a very spectacular player. I think he's almost underrated now the way people talk about him.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
when it came playoffs, he didn't always step up. We got the claw.
You know,
Playoff time, I've never felt so confident in a player. You know what I'm saying? Like you
uh,
feel confident that this man was gonna hit a jumper and you're like, yeah, I'm pretty good that he's gonna hit that.
yeah.
He's gonna,
Need a
that
big
confidence,
bucket right now. Give it to Kawhi. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was confident too. I can't lie. A lot of Raptor fans were.
let that man do his thing. You're feeling good. You're generally feeling good. So all in all, with RJ Barrett playing better, I really wish he hit both free throws. We won, don't care. But now all the players we said have been good. Jacoby's hasn't hit a shot. Last game he was 0 of 6, and this game he was like I think like 0 of 8 or something. This game, the Raptors are actually shot 4 of 30
Yeah, it
shooting
was awful
three,
shooting from three. Like it was so disgusting. We're not a great shoot 3-point shooting team at all.
and the Cavs were 25%, 10 of 40. Which here's the thing. Yes, the Cavs can probably shoot better. We can all probably admit the Cavs can probably do it at 30%, but
Mhm.
the Raptors can also do 30%. They shot 13%.
That's
That's
just.
right. This is disgusting. That's not good.
At what point do you realize, like, the threes are not falling, guys? Let's get inside, get some mid range. You know what I mean? Type because like both teams shooting 43s. That's 83s, and it was like 14 for 80 in total, right?
Yeah, no, 40 and 30.
40 and 30. So okay, so it was 73. So it's
So
14
14 for 70, yeah.
as combined for the game. Like
Yeah.
that's disgusting to watch. I'm not gonna lie, like that's disgusting.
That's where, me and you talked about it in a way back, not way back, but in a pod about games we don't like watching. And I said Steph Curry. And it wasn't really about Steph Curry. It was more about seeing how others keep shooting the three. They shot 20% for the game. Like, please, let's stop. Like, let's stop. Shooting 70 times, like, we're just jacking up shots. Like, I don't like that's not the type of basketball. Like I'm okay with a grinded out series, a grounded out game. If you had to win 90, I'm okay with that because sometimes it just happens, right? The game is slow in the playoffs, but where the game it seems to really the guy who's been struggling real hard is Brandon Ingram. Shot
That's
6 of 23. Oddly enough, he was the best 3-point shooter today. Shot 3 of 7, which is not fucking bad.
it's
3 of 7 is not bad. So shooting the three, he was 3 of 7. If you think about it, and then in the mid range, if he was 3 of 7, he was then 3 of 20.
yeah,
Whew.
that's Iverson shooting numbers, but Iverson get a 30 off that because he's at the.
Well, because he'd be in the free throw on the line, yeah. So like Brandon Ingram's been struggling,
Mhm.
struggling, struggling, struggling. And like you just said, so I'm just gonna piggyback off what you said. Yo, you have Sam Merrill on you. Dean Wade, I guess, is a big body that doesn't give up. So clearly he's doing
I
something.
think the best perimeter defender they were saying, Dean Wade.
So like he's doing something. But you're telling me Sam Merrill's on you, and you're like, yo, what does Shaq say?
Barbecue
Barbecue,
chicken.
barbecue chicken.
Samro's on any of us, I'm going to work. Let's
Come
keep
on,
it,
man.
let's keep it a buck.
You
So,
can't make Sam Merrill come up like he's not no Lou Dort.
no.
He's not like that. He's not Jamal Shed. I'm sorry, he's not even Jamal Shed,
I love Jamal Shut on defense. Like that guy's a
right? Like this guy is not that type of guy that you need to. No, you take over.
that's why I wasn't even I honestly wanted quickly to play, but as soon as I heard he was injured, I wasn't like, ah, shit. I was like, okay, Shed, better on ball defender, more pesky. It's gonna move up guys' minutes like Jameson Battle, and that's what I was thinking. That was my whole thought process. So I wasn't mad like that quickly was injured, even though I want him in the game still, obviously. So
I think like I've been saying, I always think like quickly he's such an X factor for this team because I think if he was on the court, mind you, it's once again I kind of rather Jacoby starting. It gives Scottie the ball more. He can play make and all that stuff, and Jacoby's just a better defender, right? Jacoby's arguably like third or fourth, maybe fourth best defender on the team if you think about it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Scottie, Shed, CMB, probably Jacoby's right there. So if it's like that, you want him on top. I'm okay with Jacoby starting, but I know if quickly shooting the three well, it's such a game changer for the team.
Beyond, beyond.
And like it's odd. Pirtle, when quickly's playing, is such a different Pirtle. Pirtle somehow gives you 18 and 10 when quickly's playing. Like stats show that when those two guys are on the court together, just fucking better.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
So it's
ironic, though.
it's odd that it's like that. But yeah, man, now we're going to game. We're going to definitely have a game six in Toronto, which I believe is Friday. Game five is all the way to Wednesday.
That's okay. Wednesday, Friday, that's okay. You got a break. That's
We
okay.
get a break, and then game seven will be Sunday, if there's a game seven.
Perfect. Well, Raptors in six, so there's gonna be no game seven.
I'm hoping not, but the way the series is going,
Looks like it could be a game seven.
looks like it could be, right? Because if it's like a home team wins everything, but I want to really that first quarter in game one, besides the last 2 minutes, Raptors were kind of doing their thing.
They definitely were.
The second game, honestly, the Raptors were on a run, and I think Darko just benched the wrong guys at the wrong time.
I
And
felt like he kind of benched Ingram starting to, and Ingram only had some points that game, but after Ingram hit two straight, I feel like Dark would put him to the bench too soon. Like, okay, Ingram's kind of
yeah,
finding his rhythm. You should keep him on. Like, he hasn't been having a good game, but he hit back-to-back shots. You should kind of,
and for a team that doesn't turn over the ball, they had 22 turnovers like second game. So ultimately, that second game wasn't as bad for them as it may have looked.
mhm.
And then now with Jacoby and CMB playing more minutes, and Scotty's becoming more of like, okay, I'm just gonna beat them in the post
Yep,
because
yep.
Mobley is a good defender, but Mobley's a good defender to like certain guys. Mobley's not this like big guy who's gonna take a big body man just kind of beating at him at his chest. That's not what is gonna happen.
Coming at him on a layup or on a drive transition, and he's there, he'll pin you, whatever. But like on ball, I don't see the great defense on ball. He's
Right.
a good defender, not great on ball. Like he's good, obviously length, whatever.
Yeah, and so Donovan Mitchell's gonna be he's the end all be all for that team. If he's doing his thing, then but he's been really bad more recently. And I think it's because the driving lanes are a little bit more clogged up because CMB's there. It's not Jakob Poeltl that you can do a pick and roll on. It's not Yak. When it's Yak, you can kind of put him on him. Like it's CMB. I think the Raptors should just still play the same kind of muddy defense that
Yep,
they've been playing.
yep.
Don't play to your strengths. Play the grinding out defense. Like, and I still believe in Brandon Ingram. I believe because eventually he should solve the mismatches. Like he
Yeah.
should solve it. If Merrill's on you, do what you have to do. You still shot 20 times. So it's not like you're not shooting. And
Which is good that we want you to keep putting up jumpers. That's good. That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
clearly you haven't lost us the game shooting this way.
Mhm.
So if you're that type of player, it should come back to you. We're hoping. Now, if you're the Cavs, I don't really believe in Evan Mobley like that, especially offensively. I don't
Me
believe in
neither.
him like that.
Me neither.
I like
Especially offensively. Yes, especially.
I like Jared Allen, but like I like. I don't love him. Harden, Harden, when he's like going off, he's going off. Especially, but I always say, stop Harden the passer. If he's Harden's the passer, then they're gonna win the game. Because when Harden's a passer and he's scoring, he's a dangerous guy. We all know that. But if Harden is just a scorer, oh, let him do his thing.
Yo,
Yeah, let him beat RJ. Let him do that. And then Donovan Mitchell, man, if he's hitting his shots,
there's nothing you could do still if he's hitting the shots. There's really none. Like I've seen great defense being played on him, string stretches, and he was still hitting that three, getting to his spots. So he's a superstar, right? At the end of the day. So
they say sometimes the bench players don't always play well when it's when they're away. But I'm talking a battle. I'm talking to Mamu and I'm saying, yo, game five is the Mamu and battle game. It's the Jamal Shed game. It's
yeah,
the Jacoby Walter game because
on the board. He's
Cavs
on the board.
Cavs side, it's gonna be the Dean Wade game. It's gonna be the Max Strus game.
Gonna
It-
be Tyson
you
game.
know what I'm saying? It's gonna be those guys games. So you really have to like
Yeah. And this has been more of a competitive series compared to the rest of the series, right?
yeah, this one's been good. Atlanta's been pretty good. I think the East has just thank goodness for the East. Besides, I thought, and we'll get to them next. I thought Philly was gonna actually like
With
I
the leading
messed
side?
up. I messed up. I thought something was gonna happen in Philly. I messed up.
No.
I
Yeah,
messed up.
you know what happened was Pritchard. That's what happened to
That
Phil.
that man is that guy's kind of he's good, man. He's so weirdly good, man. He's the guy that makes you mad when you're playing like at the YMCA or at like a rec court. Like he makes you mad. You look at him like you look at him like I'll guard this guy, or you look at him like yo, pass me the ball. This guy's on me, and he
Yeah.
just wets you, and you're like, who's this guy?
I'm just seeing Pritchard walk down multiple defenders
Yeah,
different times in the game. End the shot clock, right? I'm just really getting into the Philly Boston series.
yeah. Let's
Like
get to the Philly Boston series.
I thought Philly had something with that win, but we realized it was all just magic,
I really thought they had something to win. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was in, bro.
right? We all realized it was magic. Like you guys have everyone, right? You had Uber, you have Embiid, you have PG, yeah, PG, right? I'm saying
He
that
hasn't been bad. He hasn't been bad.
he hasn't been bad, right? So you have Max, you have VJ, and you guys have a talented roster.
Very
Like
tough.
you have a talented roster, right? And Tatum is finding his footing, not really because he's just balling. You see what I'm saying? And you have Pritchard over there, you have Brown. Like there was a stat they put up with Brown and Tatum. One of the most they're like fourth and 25 plus point games in the
Yeah,
playoff,
yeah,
right? So and the first was like Elgin Baylor and I forget the other name. I forget the other name, right? And they were at 50. Everyone was in the 20s. Jordan Pippen, all those guys in the 20s, right?
yep.
KD, Westbrook in the 20s. And you see when there's a good team, you see what I'm saying, a good duo, what they could do. Like these guys to me are poised to come out the East. Like let's keep it a buck. See, let's keep it a buck.
Well, like you had said, man, when Philly won, they won the second game, right? Yeah, they won the second game in Boston. I'm like, oh fuck, this could go like 6-7, man. Honestly, it could.
Yeah.
And then they had a good game three. I thought game three was gonna go to Philly, but then Boston kind of just finished it in the clutch because they had the clutch guys, playoff time, Tatum and Brown. Even this game, Tatum and Brown weren't doing anything the first half. Tatum had a great game at the end, but the first half was all Pritchard, like you said, it was all Pritchard. So it made they showed a stat of like it was like 6 of 15 or 5 of 15 for Brown and Tatum, and then everyone else was like 16 of 28. So they were doing their thing, but the other two weren't doing anything. Which sometimes the bench has to win you games. It's playoffs. Sometimes the bench has to win you games, and Pritchard is one of the best, if not the best, bench guy in the league.
Yeah.
So like I believed in them. That's why I'm looking at the stats right now. Right now I'm box score watching, which right now I'm just doing for this game. I'm seeing Embiid had was it 26 points? What did I just see? 26 or 21? Yeah, Embiid had 26 points, shot 9 of 21. And then VJ was 2 of 9, has 6 points. Is it am I crazy to say that they lost by 20? They got their asses whooped.
They got trashed, yeah.
But in game two, you had it close. Game and one. Game three, you had it close but lost. And VJ and everyone had good games. Is Joel Embiid kind of hurting this team? Like I get Joel Embiid, but like if our whole goal is to focus on Joel Embiid, does that not just hurt Maxi's capability? VJ's, we're not going to go as fast as we normally want to because Boston doesn't want to go fast.
They don't.
They want to shoot threes a lot, but they don't want to go fast.
They don't want to go fast. They just want to get open threes.
Open threes,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
They want as much possessions as possible. That's why they jack up threes. But if you're Philly, you want to go as fast as possible. So I'm probably like, yo, don't play Embiid.
I feel like you need to, but you don't need to. You know what I mean? Like you got Philly has to make a decision where they're gonna go with this roster. Like who are they really gonna keep? Who are they gonna bring forward? Like we know, we all know Maxi is there
Yeah,
and DJ is there,
yeah,
right? We know those two are there, but what about everyone else, right? Is PG gonna be there? I don't think he should be. Is B gonna be there? I don't think he should be. I feel like he's kind of stunting growth,
yeah.
right? Because there's too much attention on him with like injuries and no back to backs and stuff like that. Like it's too much.
He fell down a lot during the game. Like I saw some parts of the game. The man was falling down a lot, a lot. And you're right. I think it's almost like I get it how he's a distraction because as the opposing team, you must guard the guy.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
if you're the actual team, you're kind of like, oh, we got to give him beat the ball right now. Okay, here you go. No, VJ, just go into the corner.
That's
Not
our
man.
strength as a shooter. BJ's not a shooter.
You know what I'm saying? Let VJ, VJ's fast as shit. Maxi, we know he's fast. But come on, man. Let them run, 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 run. And PG's just being a good. Oh, this sounds like such a diss. PG's being a good Tobias Harris. Okay, he's being a really good Tobias. I'll just be here, guys, and then like we both love Kelly Oubre,
We do.
right? Oubre's just being a menace. She's. You can't really stop great players like a Tatum, but you can just make it uncomfortable for them.
Mhm.
That's all it is. So I don't know. I think the series is obviously done. Maybe Philly can win game five.
I don't, I,
But yeah, I highly doubt that. Let's go to the next Eastern Conference series, which who would have thought? Who would have thought the Orlando Magic would be up 2-1 against the Detroit Pistons? Who would
well, when you have Jalen Duren having 8 points in game three, that's
Brother,
not
I'm literally vouching for you. You picked a Nikhil to win Most Improved, I believe. You picked Nikhil. I picked Jalen Duren because I'm like, when the history books come, Jalen Duren's name is the one to be like, yes, this guy actually improved. Yo, what are you doing? You make me look stupid.
Jalen. You had 9 boards, which was good, but you only shot, I think, 7 times, 2 for 7 in game three.
Cade needs help. This is playoff time, bro.
Like Tobias shouldn't be your like second leading scorer.
And we
If
were all saying this. That's why I knew Detroit. Like, we said it, and Detroit's a good team because they play tough. But without a second guy, Detroit's very vulnerable.
beyond,
Very vulnerable without a second guy.
beyond, and you see what Orlando's doing to these guys, and Orlando is like a roller coaster, right? You don't know
But
what's stuck from Orlando.
Orlando's really Disney World, man.
Yeah,
Really Disney World, man. Because like when you put I think when you talked about when you put their names on a piece of paper, and if we were thinking about if we didn't know what's happening this season, we went to bed and woke up 8 months, we would have thought Orlando would have been number one. You put it there, it goes Cade probably the best player out of both teams,
he
bar
is.
none.
Why
Then
not?
the second best player could arguably not is it not Franz or Paulo?
Definitely, it's them. It's
Then
them.
it's Franz and Paulo again. Then it's probably Jalen Durant, and
Mm,
then it's Bane Suggs. So like
definitely.
the first best players are all Orlando players.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think this series is for sure going seven.
It should go 7, definitely. I'd
Like
be surprised if it goes 6 and Orlando wins. I'd be very surprised.
I do think Orlando's gonna win the series though. That's why I shouldn't think ahead. But if you're the Cavs or Toronto, you should have had a group text and said, "Hey, we can beat the Magic, and fuck it, we can beat Detroit." Now, when you're hoping if New York if goes and faces Boston, that's a 7 game bloodbath that to the team that you're facing is like beat up already and tired, and you kind of could just. jump on that. That's what you should hope for. That's why the Cavs ultimately, like me and you've been saying it. Yo, Cavs, you don't make it to the conference finals, wash season, though. Everyone's gone. Donovan's getting traded. Yeah, the rumors already came out
Well,
with
if they
Donovan
make it to the conference, it's like, yo,
gone.
we're blowing up the squad.
Because you should Toronto and Cleveland should feel good about whoever comes out of Boston. I mean, out of Orlando and Detroit. They should just feel good about it. You
Oh,
should.
100%.
Especially if Detroit doesn't have a second guy. They don't have a second guy. The only last thing I have about with the Magic, right? It's just I'm very curious. Jamal Mosley, their coach, was supposed to be like fired. Like, I'm sorry. The man was supposed to be fired the next day. If
Or
he
wait till they lose and then he's gone. Like, it sucks.
if he beats Detroit, let's say, and let's just say they face Toronto or Cleveland, doesn't even matter. And they beat them to go to the conference finals. Let's say they still lose the conference finals. They lose to New York or Boston.
Yeah.
But if this guy takes them to the conference finals, can you still say can you still do it? Like, is it just a Dwayne Casey thing? Like, yeah, you won coach of the year, but like we're not happy, so we gotta move on.
Bro, like, if they make it there, I wouldn't think he's fired. You know what I mean? If they don't, I would think he's fired. I'm gonna be honest with you still. You know what I mean?
Because I'll be like, yo, I thought you guys didn't fuck with this guy.
Like, yo, it's tough. It's tough. Like, Orlando's so talented, but then no, they're talented. There's no excuse, they're talented, right?
Yeah.
So we should all kind we could if they beat Detroit, everyone will be surprised, but shouldn't be surprised. You know?
Yeah. 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 No, it's very interesting series, man. Very interesting series. Honestly, probably the best series in the playoffs is this New York and Atlanta series.
Hmm. Hmm.
2-2. The next game is on Tuesday, which I'm glad to see.
Yeah.
Um, Whew, I don't even know where to start, honestly. Like, it's been back and forth. Where my only thought is this with this series, New York, they're such an ugly good team. It's just ugly. Mikael Bridges has been bad, like
Well,
whole playoffs. You know, Jalen Brunson seems like sometimes he's forcing it. Josh Hart has probably been the best player out there. OG,
Brunson like the pass.
yeah, like OG's been good, and
Yeah.
then Cat, I don't, I don't
Trey
know.
had a triple double the other day.
Yeah, like Cat will always have the stats. He will always have the stats, but will he have the impact?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Knicks, they're a good team, but there's just something missing. I feel the Knicks. You know what I mean? There's just something missing. I don't even know what it is right now. I don't know if Mitchell Robinson's a problem or their bench or rotations. I'm not sure, but they're just missing something. Like I feel like Knicks is second round. That's
Yeah,
it.
I don't think they're gonna beat Boston either. I agree with you.
Uh, like Boston is gonna, yeah, Boston's just they have
I
a
think
better
Boston may embarrass them,
maybe
but they shouldn't because it's one of those New York. I think sometimes New York is playing down to Atlanta.
at times, yeah, but like
But
talent
don't play down to Boston. Don't play down to Boston.
the talent Boston has, like you can't play like Brunson. I'm not even talking about the starting one, like the Brunson versus Pritchard. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough for Brunson because Pritchard could give Brunson a 30. Pritchard
Yeah,
is capable. Capable of giving Brunson a 20,
yeah, yeah.
right? So it's
Derek White is one of the best blocking, guards. Like, but it's gonna be soon to say ever.
it's crazy.
Um, so like,
I got a block on Embiid today.
yeah, yeah,
Crazy out of nowhere. I'm just like, holy shit! Like, who's beating Boston? Like,
yeah. In the East, I
Boston
don't
should be
know.
coming out the East. Like, they should be
Yeah,
definitely coming out the East.
yeah.
Let's
There's no team that that I think. I looked at the Lakers and Rockets score. I seen that the Lakers were down by like a certain amount. Now they're only down by three.
yeah. Well, Rockets.
Yeah, like you. Anything else you want to say about Atlanta? So Atlanta and Knicks, it's been a fun series at the end of the day. Been a fun series. I look forward to it going to Game 7. I'll definitely look forward to it. CJ, you're a bucket getter.
He is. He is. He
He's
is. He
generally
is.
a bucket getter. They're making you look kind of like fucking. They're making you look like fucking Dame was holding you back. Okay, so they're making you look. They're making you look good, man. And Mikel, please, they traded 4 or 5 draft round picks. You're getting paid beer money. Please show up, because that's New York is too expensive for them to act this way.
Beyond, beyond,
Way too expensive.
beyond.
Let's get to the West. Which series you want to go to? You want to go to the Rockets and Lakers? Just quickly chat about it while the game's on.
Yeah, let's go to this series real quick. 3-0, Lakers 3-0 right now. Lakers down three, literally 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Like,
You know,
so shorthanded.
as we speak about this,
Right.
the series can be done tonight. It could be done. Lakers can win.
It
But
could be.
I'm gonna pretend the Lakers lose today. I'm gonna pretend.
Let's both pretend they lose. Let's both pretend.
To me, Houston, I generally don't know what you do in the offseason. We have all season to talk about certain teams, and I don't know what you have to do. Like I'm trying to think as a you got KD because you want a win now move. We clearly, yes, you can say KD's hurt, but honestly, like I don't care if KD's hurt. This team should have beat a LeBron James and Jake LaRavia and Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton team.
Yes. And DeAndre, and yes, they should. Yes. Yes.
I'm pretty sure if you look at your top 25, no, maybe top 40 list, my top 40 list, we had Sengun pretty high. We had Amen Thompson pretty high. Okay, cool. We had LeBron. We're probably, did you have LeBron top 10? I think maybe I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
It,
I was in the teens.
now, if we redid the list, LeBron's probably not a top 10 player anymore. He's not.
He's not,
He,
no.
he's probably top 20, and I'm being generous. Maybe LeBron's like 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Sengun is up there. Amen is up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have Jabari Smith, who Jabari Smith is better than all the Lakers players. Like I'm trying to think, Jabari Smith is better than all the Lakers player.
If
Uh,
right now, yes, he's better than Luke Kennard. Oh, but honestly, we're forgetting a Laker, Rui. Rui's actually decent.
I like Rui a lot. He's a free agent, and Raptors, there's certain guys I want you to target. Rui, Wiggins, call OKC for Dort. Like you need to get just like a guy who can. You don't need an ultimate defender, but just a guy who can play good defense. I just
Yeah.
think that's so needed to
Yeah.
win a title.
I like that. Not an ultimate, just a guy that play good defense. I like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just need a guy to help Scottie. Like, let Scottie be a roamer. I always say like fucking Marcus Smart just had a random ass shot, but like Giannis had a bunch of random defense. Like, he had what's the guy with the dreads? Tayshaun Prince? That his name? Tayshaun Prince? He had
Torian Prince.
yeah, Torian Prince. Tayshaun Prince is Detroit, right? I'm thinking yeah, Tayshaun Prince is Detroit. Yeah, you had like we said, PJ Tucker. We had Bobby Portis, who's just fucking eyeballs big as shit, ready to fucking kill somebody. You just always had people. Brooke Lopez is not a slouch defensively at all.
Honestly, he just doesn't rebound.
Just doesn't rebound, but like you just had a bunch of people who play solid defense. So to me, that's what the Raptors need to do for Scottie. Put a bunch of players who can like play defense that can make the game a lot easier for him. But yeah, going back to the series, at the end of the day, LeBron and company should not be beating Houston
Hell
with
no. Hell
you
no.
just shouldn't.
And I know Udoka's disappointed.
Yeah. So like
Hell is
I don't
not.
know what they do next, man. I don't know.
Honestly, Fred is still out, but there's been no KD in a majority of the series. But still, you guys should beat this Lakers squad. So I don't know what you can really do because technically you guys are missing your point guard and your all-star. So it's like, what can you?
So we know Fred Vantley. We know Fred. And I said it from the day he got injured. I'm like, oh, Houston season's like done to me. Cause
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you need Fred. I said it because Katie, and you've been saying this, Katie's not that leader that's
No,
going to tell the guys, let's go. That's just not who he is. So like, but I don't know, man. You're telling me like so then you know what you're doing, then you're doing nothing. You're doing the same team next year.
you're doing the same thing with Fred there. That's all. That's all. And then you're waiting till trade deadline to say, okay, what do we need?
because you may not have Tari Eason next season because he's gonna be a free agent, and Chicago has money, so
Chicago doesn't know what they're doing with the money, but I
they
hear you.
don't. But they're gonna pay somebody. They're gonna pay somebody. Like that's what I'm saying. Like in Sengun, it's one of those like I think Sengun would be 34 and 15 if LeBron was his teammate. That's all I'm gonna say. Not trying to diss KD, but I think Sengun would be 34 and 15 because LeBron would be like, I'm 41. I will just teach you how to make the game easier.
LeBron has IQ. KD don't got IQ like that. He don't. He's just got I can score the ball and I can dribble and I can shoot. He don't have IQ.
Austin Reeves deserves all the praise in the world. He does because he worked hard. But if you think LeBron didn't give this guy the confidence to be like, crunch time, here you go. Come on, man. It's a different mentality when you have that.
It would if Austin Reeves was on any other franchise, he wouldn't be this Austin Reeves right now.
I don't think so, man. I just don't think maybe his come up would have been later. But the
Maybe.
way it came up, no, man. Lucas literally was an MVP, leading scorer of the league. Come on, there's no way Houston, without those two mans, should be doing what they're doing. Letting them Lakers come back, getting it close to overtime. Come on, man. That's bullshit. There's
Losing in overtime was tough for the Rockets, I can't lie. You guys were up six with 40 seconds left. This should be a 2-2 series right now. I mean, a 2-1 series right now.
that's it. That's it.
That's
Um, yeah, so we'll see. I'm gonna pretend that the Lakers just didn't show up and they rather play because I think JJ's gonna give up. It's only the second quarter, but like last game, the Houston was winning most of the game anyway. So
Yep.
that to
Yep. This
pretend
means nothing.
it really means nothing. OKC Phoenix, no point in talking about. OKC is probably gonna beat them the next game. The
Yeah.
only thing
Like,
really to
shout out
talk
to
about.
DB. Shout out to DB. Had a 30 large last game, right? He's doing what he needs to do. I can't lie.
The only thing that is to be spoken about is J Dubs looks like he's gonna be out probably till the conference finals.
And that's a blow. But like it's not like they don't have guys to cover.
As
They
they don't have guys. And the thing is, I hate talking like this sometimes, but if he's hurt, if you ever need to trade him, if you're a team that would want him, the trade value is dropping. He got injured most of the season, and
yeah,
the playoffs he wasn't there. His
it is.
value is low, so
It
this is
is.
like the lowest his value can be.
It is. It is. 100%.
It would suck for OKC because OKC's thinking to themselves, especially Sam Presti, who wants to win every trade. He's gonna be like, nah, man, give me like four first and shit. But it's
No,
like,
Preston, you won. Period. You won.
you won,
Yeah,
brother. You
you
won.
won.
Especially if you win another title, bro.
You
You did
won.
it. You're still gonna get two fucking picks, and you
Yeah.
guys can be so lucky. And the Clippers can fucking jump up to like the ninth pick, and you're gonna have a ninth overall pick coming,
Correction. You guys won and you guys are still winning. Correction.
still winning. And
Yes.
like you have pick swaps next year. We have a pick swap with the Clippers. The Clippers aren't gonna be good. You have a pick swap with the Clippers. That could be ridiculous. I don't know what the protections are on it, but a pick swap, man, that's you're just generous. So OKC's gonna beat Phoenix. Honestly, shouts out to Phoenix though.
You're
You,
making it. Shots to DB. You already know.
we didn't think it. I definitely didn't think it.
Not at all.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, once again, for Devin Booker, if you're a team that has some capabilities, that's the guy you get. Like if you're Houston, that's the guy. But now if you're Houston, I don't know what you trade the guy for because and you don't want to put KD and Booker because that shit didn't work. So you need to trade KD before you put Booker.
Yes. Yes.
But that's the guy that somehow you guys, but then Phoenix won't do it. But if you could, that's the person I would go for. Wemby was concussed, but he played today.
We played today.
I did not think I thought the Rams would come back game five.
I was kind of like, okay, maybe out for a game questionable today. I don't know, but shout out to the Spurs. Like these guys, they're showing some grit for first time playoff appearances by Wemby and Castle and those boys. They're showing some grit. Dylan Harper, they're showing some grit. So I can't lie because you guys were down majority of the game by double figures. We're
Yeah,
down,
I
I
don't think
think,
they're gonna
19 to 18 at a time. And it didn't show on their body language in the game. It didn't show. It showed like, okay, we're just gonna fight, fight, fight. They clawed their way. You know what I mean? They went on some runs, big shots. Luke Cornett is a good backup. Like
Very good backup.
Russell's growing. When Fox starts hitting threes, good night.
Yeah,
When
I generally thought like because Portland was has been competing most of the game.
they have been no, they were competing. Danny, I'm looking at him play. I'm not gonna lie, he's a guy. Like Danny
Yeah,
is a guy. Like for real, for real. He's a guy. Like he's doing Euro in the lane. Like Wemby's the Euro. Bing. It's like, dude,
Denny's just been good. Denny's been
he's oh,
Denny's been good.
you can.
Um, but yeah, so it's just yeah, I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. Yeah, I
I'm
didn't think. And Wemby's been great this playoffs.
Wemby is a guy, and that series, maybe Portland may win one more, maybe.
Yeah, better to win one in San Antonio.
I don't know if they're doing that still.
Yeah, so this series may be done.
This is 3-1 already, right? It's 3-1.
Yeah,
Yeah, the series is done. Like
I almost thought this was like a guaranteed seven gamer with the New York and Atlanta. This was like almost guaranteed seven games. I like It definitely shocked me that that was going to be the case. Um, the other is this the last series in the West? Am I talking now?
yeah, yeah. The Nuggets and the T-Wolves.
Almost a little disappointed in this series. Like the games have been good, but
Yeah,
this was up 3-1 because Jamin Downs calling his shot. Man said no one plays defense. And it's being proven that no one's playing defense.
that's crazy. Like shout out to Jaden McDaniels still. Shout out to Ayo Dosunmu. Like what I've been seeing in this series is Joker's gonna get his triple double ish numbers.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit 1 to 2 threes a game. He's gonna do it. Murray is gonna get his, but what about the rest? What about Aaron Gordon not playing as good as he should have played last game? Yes, he's come back from injury, but what about Aaron Gordon, right? What about the Cam Johnson being consistent as we normally, you know what I mean? What about Strawher? The Peyton Watson, they're missing, and he's a guy. Let's keep it a buck, right? Hardaway Jr. has been decent. He's been up and down too, right? JV, I feel like he should be getting a little more minutes at times. You know what I mean? But
And as
you
soon as they
put
don't
a
trust
Martin
him,
Booker.
as soon as they just don't trust the guy.
I don't know how you don't trust JV. He's been in the league at least 50, I want to say 15, 14 years. Solid big man, nice
Probably the
touch.
defensive side. They feel like he would just like hurt them defensively.
The thing with this series though is defensively, Gobert has been doing his fucking thing.
He has been. He's been on it.
You know
He's
what I
been
mean?
on it.
He's been doing his fucking thing. I've been doing his thing. Like they're playing some defense. We have Io, and then you have McDaniels, and you have Gobert. The other two defenders can be average or below average, and you guys are still good on the defensive end, right? Because those guys are above average defense. Like McDaniels is elite. Io to me is a very good defender, even when he was on the Bulls. He was like one of the only bright spots.
Yeah.
Gobert is really stifle tower. Minnesota's good. Minnesota's good. Nuggets are they need a third consistent guy, and they're really missing out with Porter Jr. Not
'Cause it was supposed to be Cam Johnson. And even like you said, Aaron Gordon is injured, so like and Aaron Gordon had the game one of having 50 points, and like it was like, what the fuck is this? Right? Like what type of season is he about to have? So it's just it sucks, but Ant's injured now, right?
uh,
It changes the game a lot. But I'm thinking, does it though? Because Ant wasn't like that in the series because he was kind of hurt.
yeah, he was like one game, I think 1 or 2 games at like less than 20 points or something like that.
So it's just like, okay, they're playing tough as fuck. Like, but do I think Denver's gonna win game five? Because yeah, I do, because Denver's gonna be at home,
They have to.
right? They're gonna be at home. Like, it's
Is
still a
Denver,
3-1 series though.
is Denver winning 3 straight?
That's the question. And I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think the confidence that Bones Highland has and Io, the confidence alone, yeah, 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 yeah. You already know. You already know. Like it's I feel like I had a 40 bag. He had a
Oh,
40.
Io is, I'm pretty sure he has like, he's a restricted free agent. That brother is gonna get bread. Someone's gonna pay him. And ultimately, why wouldn't it be Minnesota? Because they would have to trade some stuff to keep him. But then you also have to see like how good is Io, right? Like we can all say Io just assume was good, but who is he? Is he the guy who like is he this guy? Is he 20 points a game? Is he him?
I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so, but he could prove me wrong, but I don't think so. I think he's just a solid player, like a Rui kind of tier.
Yeah, because he's almost had an up and down. He played okay in Chicago his first season. You know he's not a bad 3-point shooter. Like his numbers don't show that he's a bad 3-point shooter at all.
He's like a 35% or something. Like it's not
It
bad,
looks
but
it looks higher. It looks like he's a 40% 3-point shooter.
he's 40.
Yeah, but like the
Maybe
one,
4 attempts a game, maybe 3 attempts.
yeah, because it's not a lot of so in his career, he's a 43, basically a 44%, sorry, 38% shooter, I should say. This season he was a closer to 40. So in his career he's a 38%, but it's 30.3 attempts. So it's just he takes probably low volume,
Yeah,
like
which is not bad because I don't want a guy jacking up. Like if it's there, it's there. If it's not there, it's not there.
so. And what is Io? Is he a point guard or just a guard?
Well, all we know is that he's just bigger than Rob Dillingham.
Yes, he's 6'4". He's
Yeah,
200 pounds though. That seems kind of slender, but he doesn't look slender.
it's that muscle. It's that muscle, right? Westbrook is 6'4", around the same, little like
Yeah.
215-ish, and yeah,
Yeah,
but
so you have to like is he the starter beside, you know, beside Ant? But then there has to probably be another because do you keep Randall? Do you not keep Randall? That has to be your because Ant does need a second guy. Who's that second guy for
I
him?
think you keep Randall. I think you keep Randall. I think you keep the squad because they were knocking on the door so much times that if
Uh,
just and with the addition of Io now, that's an upgrade on the bench, right?
yeah.
Bones more confident. I feel like everyone healthy. I don't feel like you need to make adjustments. I just feel everyone healthy. You guys grow, build a chemistry. To me, it's a done deal. To me,
Now the only thing that kind of sucks is with Ant being hurt, and we didn't even mention DiVincenzo's out for like probably until not even his
next year, little next year, he's out. He's coming
yeah.
back next year, April.
So
That
technically you
sucks.
could just keep Io. DiVincenzo, he's injured, so you can just be over the tax and then probably trade DiVincenzo the following year or think what you can do with other contracts, blah blah blah. Like you can do a lot technically with that. Um, but now you have to face if they win, they're facing San Antonio. San Antonio is looking kind of good to go to the conference finals.
They're looking real good. They're looking real good still. Like they just have four guards and Wemby, and they
I,
just win
I
tonight.
really want to say they're a team to win the title next year, but the way it's looking sometimes, it's either like it's OKC, Boston, now San Antonio, like who have almost the easiest path to get to the finals.
OKC Boston, yeah, I like that. It's OKC Boston. It's OKC Boston
Yeah,
still.
OKC, Boston, San Antonio, and then like I'll give, but I think it's really like OKC in one level, San Antonio and Boston in another level, then in another level, it's like New York.
I would put Timberwolves in that level, Nuggets with that New York level maybe.
I like the Nuggets part. The Ant without Ant, can they really make a finals
Yeah,
run?
they can't without Ant. I don't think so because you don't have that guy. Like Randall is good, but he's not like
Yeah,
they're just gonna force him back left, and there is
yeah. So I don't know, but the series, like once again, the game's been fun. Jokic almost like fought Jaden McDaniels. This they don't like each other as a squad, and like
the
it's what the game
the
needs.
jersey, Jaden McDaniels with the jersey.
Yeah, it's what the game needs, man. It's what the game needs.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of injuries kind of happened the past week, honestly. And people are trying to find out reasons of what to blame. I think it's the pace that we play in. If we slowed the game down, the analytics show you to do two things, drive to the basket or shoot a three. They don't talk about mid ranges as much unless you're as good as Ant or Shea or KD. If you're not those type of players, don't shoot the mid range. Drive and shoot threes. So that's why like those ACL injuries are happening a lot more. And one of the reasons, in my opinion, one of the reasons why it's happening. But it does suck. It's hurting the playoffs a little bit. Even with like, luckily we got Embiid back. With a dependent night, like, but then we lost Ant. KD's not playing tonight. Like, What's going on? Luca hasn't been here yet. This is where when you talk about in the beginning of the season, I don't want to ramble on, but this is where like once again the league is trying so hard to. I don't know the league wants to move on, but then it's hard when the 41-year-old is still playing.
Still playing, still in the Suns dominating this series.
Yeah,
Like he's been the best player in all three games,
yeah,
respectfully.
yeah. It's very interesting. So like,
Yeah, it's rough.
mm,
These injuries is kind of takes me from the playoffs to KD, to Ant, to Luca, Austin. You know what I mean? Like, thank God Cade came back in time. You know what I mean? So
yeah, 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 yeah.
quickly, he's not a star. That like a lot of like starting guys have been out, and B just came back. So it's just it takes away from the playoffs, takes away from like that real battle royale. Like, okay, the
Yeah.
best of the best. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Like now you're telling me Minnesota's gonna face San Antonio and they're facing without Ant. Oh well, I think San Antonio could fucking like the second round has a potential of being a really boring round.
yeah, like that's the playoffs have been not as interesting as it once was because of the injuries, I feel. And that's really the only reason why. You know what I mean?
And like yeah, and the second round just is gonna get worse. Like San Antonio facing and I'm not trying to say Minnesota. Minnesota can fight and they're the veteran team. So it's possible. But San Antonio knock on wood, everyone is healthy, so they're gonna be there. OKC is gonna face a Lakers team that is gonna probably have Austin Reeves on because I think Lakers gonna have Austin Reeves in Game 5. I think that's what the rumors are.
Mhm.
Or let's say by biggest time, first time ever, the Rockets come back from a 3-0 and they face the Rockets. Well, OKC's killing the Rockets, and honestly, OKC's fucking killing Lakers. Now,
Yeah,
if Luca comes.
yeah.
That can be a competitive series.
It would definitely be a competitive series. Definitely.
Because
But
Luka's the last person to eliminate OKC. So it's possible. It's possible. But yeah, anything else you wanted to talk about? This really just was like more of a what's going on. Because by next week, we're pretty much going to be on to the second round or maybe some game sevens, but something like that.
nah, man, we're gonna enjoy the rest of this game. We're gonna see who really wins, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type. But we just want to enjoy the rest of the playoffs and, stay tuned, viewers, because, we got some more heat coming next week, as usual.
If if Houston loses and gets swept, like as the GM, all the organization, they could be like, well, we didn't have Fred, and then Katie was injured, so that's why it all happened. Like, fuck, man. Then
There's no Reeves and no Luca, but because they're even more shorthanded, I feel.
they're even way more. Like, it's not even close, bro. It's not even close. We don't even care. That's not even. It's not even excusable. It's literally like KD playing without. It's like when KD played without Harden and Kyrie.
Yeah, come on.
Like, you tried your best, but like you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. But is what it is. But that is the playoffs so far. Not much other news is happening in the NBA. Just these playoffs are looking crazy. Yes, they did announce like Nikhil won the freaking what's it called most improved. Keldon Johnson was sixth man of the year. I think this week will be like coach of the year. I think teammate of the year and some other award, but not MVP. I think MVP is going to be the following week.
Yeah.
So shouts out to whoever wins it there. But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We will talk to you again. Peace.